Hey guys, just want to make a tutorial on how to do the door simulator on LogixPro. Alright, so these lines are called rungs. To add a new one, you're going to install a new rung. Now you have this. So first thing we're going to need to do is get the door to open. So we need a open contact and an output. So whenever this button is pressed, and this is an examine if closed, so like an open contact, normally open contact. This would be a normally closed contact because you got the line there. Alright, so, sorry. Anyways, I got my little recording thing here, and you guys probably can't see that, but it's in my way. But I'll work around it. So, we want to energize motor up. Can't see. So, okay, I think I got it. So if we just have this, you press the open button, it's going to energize motor up. I'll show you what happens. Oh, you got to hit run. So whenever I'll do it again. Whenever you're ready to try what you got here, you hit that little button. Then you have to program what you have here into the PLC. Now you hit run. Okay, so you hold the button and it's powering up. You hold it all the way up. You can make it faster by increasing your scans. But let me show you what happens if you keep holding it all the way to the top. Boom, it's already told you. That's because you don't have a limit switch yet in your program, so it doesn't know when to stop. Alright, so this is how we fix that. You want to put your limit switch into the program. So now it knows whenever this limit switch closes, it needs to stop. It's normally open right now. So when the limit switch closes, it will de-energize the motor. So let's try that. Remember, flip, program it in, run it. Now when the limit switch opens, it turns green, the motor stops. Hey, check that out. So basically, if you look over here, whenever I hit the open button, this turns yellow. Whenever I let go, it stops. So whenever something is yellow, it means it's true. So in order for, I'll close it a little, I haven't programmed the close button yet. But in order for the end result here on this rung to be true, everything in that line, in that rung has to be true. So both of these have to be on. So now, you probably hear my son in the background, sorry. Now we gotta program the close button. So this is the last rung. This automatically adds a new rung. So when you drop it there, boom, you got a new rung. So whenever you hit the close button, and I'll go ahead and name all these for you guys. I'm just right clicking and go into edit symbol. You can name it. We'll name this one limit up, and this one will be motor up. Alright, so same thing, we got a limit switch down here, so this one will be closed whenever it's all the way down, so we need it normally closed for the limit switch. That will be limit down. And what are we powering with this close button? We're going to be powering motor down, so we need an energize motor down. Oops, didn't grab it. You can just drag and drop these things. So what you're clicking on is the address So the 2-01, that's what we're dragging over here. So motor down. Can't type today. Alright, so now flip, program, and run. Now we can close our door. You see, both of these are true until it hits the bottom. Now only one is true, so it's not energizing motor down anymore. Same thing when you go up. Limit up is open right now, so this is true. So whenever I go all the way up, both of them are true until the limit is not true anymore, and that's when it stops. See? Alright, now I'm having to hold the button and hold the close button, hold the open button. That's not going to work, right? So what we want to do now is make it to where the open button, you can just press it and the door will go all the way up automatically. So we're going to add a branch around the open button. So that's this little thing, the rung branch. Now we want to seal in the open button, so we need to bring this to the top in the middle. Now we've got the branch around it, and we want this to be a momentary switch basically to power the rest of the rung. So whenever the motor up is running, this will stay connected basically. So we need to bring that address here for the motor up. Notice it's not an energized. This is telling it that when the motor up is closed, that it's basically finishing the circuit. So you can just press the open button and it's going to turn on the motor up, and while it's running, it's going to stay up. It's going to stay going up. So I'll show you that, and we'll go ahead and do the bottom one too. So we're going to add a branch for the close. Bring the close inside. And this is going to be for motor down. Whenever motor down is running, that will keep running. Alright, so let's go ahead and program and see what we got. Now I should be able to just momentarily press the open button and it'll go up by itself. And it's true. It's limit switch, stops. Same thing with close. You see, the motor down is running, the limit down is running, so it's powering it all the way till it's finished. Now limit down stops, so it stops the whole thing. Now, our stop button doesn't work yet, so let's program our stop button. See, probably the easiest thing to program, so whenever you press our stop button, boom, I'm going to put a stop button on each one. Just add it in the beginning of the rung for each button, so it'll stop each action. So that is gonna, let's change it real quick. Alright, so this means that while it's opening, all of this is true. This is normally open, so that means if you close it, even momentarily, it stops the whole process in the rung. So that's why it needs to be at the front. Alright, so let's go ahead and try it. Flip, program, and run. So now we're going to open and stop. Whenever I hit the stop button, even though it was momentarily, it canceled the rest of the rung. So now, in order for it to be true again, you have to hit open again. Same thing with close. Stop. Stops wherever you leave it. Continue. You have to hit close again. Alright. So that's that. Now, these are lamps. They turn on yellow. This is basically letting you know what the status is. They're called status lights. So we're going to want the open button to power on whenever the motor up is energized. So how do we do that? If motor up is energized, let's see. If motor up is closed, which means it's running. If it's closed, then that means open lamp. will energize. And same thing, we're going to add a new rung. If motor down is energized or running, we want that to energize the shut lamp. Sorry. Flip, program, and run. Let's see what we got. So boom, open light is on, and it's only on because the motor up is going. Whenever motor up stops, open light stops. Close, motor down is running, shut light is on. Alright, everybody got that? So now, how about when it's shut, you want the shut light to stay on, so what do there? And open, vice versa. Open light stays on whenever it's done. So we're going to power that from the limit switches, since the limit switches are the ones that know whether the door is open or closed. So if limit up is, let's see, if limit up is closed, then it will energize the open lamp. If limit down is, see, when it's closed, limit down is going to be open. So if limit down is open, that will energize the shut lamp. Flip, program, and run. Let's check that out. Oh, I did it backwards. I apologize. So in order to change this from normally open to normally closed, you just right click it and change it right there. Same thing here. Alright. That was my fault, I'm sorry. So there we go. Because limit down is closed right now, the shut lamp is on. Sorry, open. Limit down is open. Then shut lamp is on. But as soon as limit switch is now closed and on green, the shut lamp is no longer on because it's not telling you to be on. So all the way open will turn on the open lamp. Close. Now what happened? So the motor down and being energized is no longer turning on the shut lamp. It's waiting until limit down, right? So we're gonna have to fix that. So in order to accomplish both of these, right, we're gonna be able to add a branch and clean up some of these lines. So whenever motor down is energized, it will turn on the shunt lamp, or whenever limit down is energized, it will also turn on the shunt lamp. Okay, so we need a branch over here. Whenever motor up is energized, it will turn on the open lamp, and whenever limit up is closed, oops, sorry, it will also keep the open lamp on. It just needs to have one of these. This is an OR situation here. So now we flip, program, and run. Oh, sorry. They stayed on because I didn't delete these rungs. So let's delete these. And in order to delete anything, you just right click it and cut. So like if I wanted to cut this, I would just cut it out. That would delete it. Alright, flip, program, and run. I apologize for the mistakes, guys. So shut lamp is on because the door is closed. Open light is on because motor is running. and it will stay on because limit switch up will be open. Closed. Makes sense? Closed light is, shut lamp is on because closed motor down is running. Voila. Now, ajar light. How are we going to run the ajar light? You want the ajar light to turn on anytime this limit switch up is open and anytime limit switch down is closed. So we said anytime limit switch up is open and limit down is closed. That will energize the ajar lamp. Alright, so let's test it out. Flip, program, and run. So now, even if we stop it, the ajar lamp will stay on. Run it all the way up, the ajar lamp will turn off because the door is open all the way. Same thing when you close. You can stop it at any point that the door is not fully neither open or closed, and the ajar lamp will stay on. Whenever it reaches fully open or fully closed, the ajar lamp will turn off, and the corresponding light will turn on and stay on. And that's how you do it. Thanks for watching, guys.